Hey y'all, hey, it's me, Simply Just C, and in today's video, I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions that I received in my last video that I did, sharing my experience with 30 days of organic castor oil. So in this video, I'm just going to quickly answer some of those questions I received. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So you all, I was not expecting that video to do as well as it did. I do have a smaller YouTube channel and I just wasn't expecting it to go as well as it went, as far as, you know, being pushed out there. And I'm grateful it did, because I feel like it was helpful to a lot of people just to kind of even hear about the potential things that castor oil might be able to do for them. So I want to welcome all my new subscribers. Welcome to the C Crew. Hey, we are so glad to have you over here. And I want to thank everyone who commented on that last video, because it was just really nice to read all the testimonies of people who just have experienced different things with castor oil. Like, it was amazing. So thank you all. Now, like I said, I received a lot of questions and I answered them as best I could in the comments, but it was a lot of the same questions over and over. So I said, you know what, let me go ahead and make a video. That way it can be a reference point to answer those questions. So let's get into it. The first question I got a lot was on the lines, somewhere on the lines of this: why does the castor oil need to be in a glass jar, or why does it being in a glass jar matter? / can I use the ones that come in a plastic bottle? So let's talk about it. So castor oil is natural, it's pure. There aren't any preservatives or additives placed in it. And it's also a great carrier oil, which means it's really good at absorbing. So what that means is, having it in a glass bottle or glass jar, preferably a dark one, the benefit of this darker glass jar is that it's going to help to keep your castor oil pure. It's going to also help your castor oil to last longer and not go rancid so quickly. If it's in a plastic bottle, castor oil, like I said, is a carrier oil. It's great at absorbing. So it's going to absorb the chemicals in the plastic, microplastics and different things like that, which can kind of taint the castor oil. We want to keep the castor oil as pure as possible. So that is the benefit of having it in a glass jar. Now, the reason I say dark glass jar is because castor oil does not like being in the light. If you leave it in the light, it's going to go bad faster. It's going to go rancid faster. So what I love about this brand, the one I use, is the Good Company. It comes with this little sleeve, and I keep it in this sleeve at all times, just because that kind of keeps it in the dark as much as possible. So I like that. Another tip with your castor oil is to make sure you keep it closed tightly. That's also important, that you don't leave your lids open. So keep it closed tight and keep it in a dark area. If you have something like a sleeve you can put over it, even better. Now, I do understand that castor oil in the jars are a little bit more expensive, and I completely understand and get that $36 for this jar of castor oil for some people is nothing. But for some people, that, you know, that's a big commitment. That's a lot. So I 100% understand. Trust me, I do. So what I will do is go on Amazon and try to find alternatives to this one, that they're still organic, they're still cold pressed, they're still hexane free. They might be in that plastic bottle, and then once you receive it, perhaps you can take it out that plastic bottle and put it in your own glass jar. It's still not as best as if it were already in that glass jar, because we don't know how long it was in the plastic container, but I get it. It might help it to be a little bit more affordable in the meantime, until, you know, buying it in a glass bottle is more obtainable. So I 100% get it. But yeah, the dark glass bottle just helps to keep the castor oil pure and from going rancid. Another question I received a lot on in my comments of that video was, what about staining of pillows and sheets? So I talked about in that video how I, you know, at night I put it on my face, my eyebrows, my lips, my neck, my shoulder, my toes, and everything. So a lot of people were like, well, how do you keep your sheets from getting, you know, messed up from the oil? Y'all, I have not had any issues with stained sheets. I don't know if it's just the way I sleep. I'm a side sleeper and I sleep on my arm. I'm not supposed to, but that's how I sleep. And as far as like on my body, when I'm rubbing it on my neck, on my shoulder, whatever pajamas I'm wearing that night acts as a barrier to my pillows and my sheets. I haven't had any issues with staining on my clothes or stainings on my pillowcases. So I don't know, it just hasn't been a big deal for me. For my toes, when I put it on my feet, my toes, I put on socks at night. So I haven't had an issue with staining. But here's a tip in case you're concerned about that. Just do your night routine a little bit sooner. Maybe when you get home at night, maybe around 6 o'clock, you go ahead and wash your face and you do whatever your nighttime routine is. Do it then, and that'll give you some time for that castor oil to kind of absorb into the skin and not be just kind of on you, where it can transfer to other parts, you know, like your pillows and things like that. Just move your routine up a little sooner, and then before you go to bed, maybe you kind of go one more time and do a little rub so it's not so pronounced on your face or on your skin. But yeah, I haven't had an issue with staining of my pillowcases and things like that. Third question I got, this was a big one, was can you drink castor oil? So I have not. I only use it externally. I have not drank castor oil. I cannot and will not advise anyone to drink it, nor will I advise anyone not to drink it. That's not my place to say. There were tons of people in my comments saying how, yeah, when I was younger, my grandma used to give me a spoonful of castor oil every time before I went to school. And like, there were lots of testimonies. So have people drink it? Yes, people have done it for decades and probably even longer than that, probably centuries. So people do drink it. Am I telling anyone to drink it? Nope. Am I telling anyone not to drink it? Nope. What I am going to say is, if you decide to drink it, I would say definitely do your research and consider what you have going on, because everyone is different. Consider if you have any ailments or diseases or illnesses that you have going on in your body, or conditions that you have going on in your body, because someone else might consume it, you know, a teaspoon of it, and they're fine. Whereas you, depending on what you have going on with you, that teaspoon of castor oil could be not so great and do some things that's going to agitate other issues that you might have been going on in your body. So to answer the question, can you drink it? People have drunk it before or drank it before. People do drink it. Whether you drink it or not, that's completely up to you. Do your research, consider what you have going on with you, and do what's best for you. I have not drank it. I don't plan on drinking it. All right, next question. Question number 4 is, can I use Jamaican black castor oil? So yes, the only difference between Jamaican black castor oil and regular castor oil is that Jamaican black castor oil is thicker, even though castor oil is already thick. But Jamaican black castor oil is thicker and it has a nuttier scent. So you absolutely can use Jamaican black castor oil. I would say just look for the same properties that I mentioned for regular castor oil. So dark glass jar, hexane free, organic, and cold pressed. But yes, you can use Jamaican black castor oil. I prefer, though, on my body, in the ways I mentioned in my video previously, I prefer just regular castor oil. I do use Haitian black castor oil, excuse me. I've been using this by Creole Essence for like the last 2 years. I use it just on my scalp. I don't really put it in my hair. I have a low porosity hair, so my hair gets weighed down very easily. So I just apply this Haitian black castor oil to my scalp, and it definitely has helped with my hairline and just the thickness, and it does help promote growth. So yeah, you can use other variations of castor oil. Next question, what is my skincare routine? You all, I was so tickled because I got complimented so much on my skin in that video, and you all just don't know. Like, somewhere on the screen you're seeing a picture. You all, that was my skin less than a year ago. That picture was from March 2023, and we're in January 2024. Listen, I have been on a journey with my skin since 9 years old. I have suffered with hormonal acne. And yeah, so to have people asking me about my skincare routine, honey, child, if you only knew. But I will do a video on my skincare routine very shortly, and I will do a video on what I did to help combat that hormonal acne. Castor oil, yes, topically has done great with the tone of my skin, but getting my face to stop breaking out like it was breaking out, there were some things I had to do internally as far as like supplements. So I will do a separate video on what I've been doing to combat hormonal acne, so look out for that video as well. Next question, did I notice a lot more hair growth on my face? So I got this asked this question a lot, and it is a good question. So I naturally do have hair on my face. I have, you know, a little peach fuzz up here. Okay. Got a little something right there sometimes. A little something right there sometimes. Okay. So applying it to my skin for the past 30 days, I noticed a slight, and y'all, I mean slight increase in peach fuzz. Just a slight increase. I will say though, it did not promote hair growth on my face that wasn't already there. So like I didn't start growing like, you know, a long sideburn or hair all over my face that wasn't already there. No. But in my areas where I naturally do have peach fuzz, it did grow a little bit more. Like I noticed a slight difference. I will also say my hair is growing back faster on my eyebrows. So I got my eyebrows threaded about 2 weeks ago, and I looked in the mirror just today and I can already see like those hairs are back. And I'm like, wow, okay. So yes, hair that's already there on your face, you probably will notice a slight increase. But for me anyway, no, it hasn't made hair start growing, you know, just rampant on my face. Next question that I received was, can you use it on your hair / scalp? Yes, you can use castor oil on your hair and scalp. I just told you all that I use Haitian black castor oil on mine. This is lighter. Let me see if I can open it up. I love the way this one smells too. This one is the rosemary mint, and such a nice cooling effect on the hair. Let me see if I can get that in there. This one is much lighter, y'all. I mean, it's still thick because it's castor oil, but it ain't as thick, honey. It's not as thick as this one. So that's why I like to use the Haitian black castor oil on my hair. But yes, you could use castor oil on your hair. It is thick, so you will have to kind of play around with the ratio, how you want to do it. I had suggested possibly doing it the day before a wash day. It's completely up to you, but yes, you can use castor oil on your hair. You all, I realize that I keep calling this the Good Company. This is the Goodbye Company. I don't know why I keep saying that. The Goodbye Company is the name of the castor oil I use. And yes, it will be linked, as well as the Haitian black castor oil will be linked in the description bar. Next question. How do you make / use castor oil packs? So basically, it's just, you can use wool flannel as your fabric or organic cotton. It's up to you. And you basically just pour some castor oil on that flannel or that organic cotton, kind of rub it on there, and then you're going to apply that to whatever area of your body you want to put it on, whether it be your liver, belly button, stomach, whatever. If you have a fibroid and you're putting it over, you know, that area, whatever, and then usually apply heat, like a heating pad or a warm towel on top. That's basically what a castor oil pack is, and you can do that for multiple days in a row, however. But yeah, that's basically what a castor oil pack is. I'll link some wool flannel as well as some organic cotton. I'll link that in my description bar. Last question that was frequently asked in my comment section of the last video is, what is the best castor oil to use? The best castor oil to use is castor oil that is organic, hexane free, cold pressed, and in a dark glass jar. That is the best castor oil to use if you can get your hands on it. So yeah, you all, I hope this follow-up video was helpful. I am still using castor oil. I will do a 60-day update. I am noticing some changes even from my last video. I'm noticing changes in my shoulder. I told you all I had some issues with my shoulder, damaged it about a year ago. Went through nerve damage and just frozen shoulder, pain, a lot. You all, there have been some changes since the making of that last video with me constantly just rubbing on the castor oil. And you all, I am noticing a change, a positive change in my menstrual cycle. So I noticed it the last video, the first video, but I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure. But I've noticed it again in my latest cycle, menstrual cycle, and I will continue to monitor it, and definitely in my 60-day update, I will let you know what that change is and what exactly I'm doing. So thank you all again for joining me. I appreciate you all so much. Leave me a like and go ahead, comment down below any more questions you have or any more of your testimonials that you have of castor oil. I truly enjoy reading them. And other than that, you all, I will